Recycling by Neil Morris. That's garbage. Garbage is made up of things that we throw away because we do not want them anymore. It is also called waste. An empty drinks bottle is garbage because the drink has been drunk. Many things, including plastic bottles, can be recycled rather than thrown away. Did you know that in rich countries, each person throws away a sack of garbage every 10 days? A village of 350 people would produce an elephant's weight in waste every day. We throw all kinds of things away. Our waste includes paper and card, glass bottles, metals, and plastic. Kitchen and garden waste and old clothes and rags are also thrown away. We throw away more garden waste and paper than any other product. Most things shown here in the chart can be recycled, which would help the environment. What happens to our waste? General waste goes into bins, and these are emptied into special trucks. The trucks collect garbage from homes and schools. Garbage trucks have machinery inside that crushes waste to make it smaller. Garbage trucks take most waste to landfill sites. There, the waste is tipped into a big hole in the ground. When the hole is full, the waste is buried. This landfill waste will eventually be covered with dirt. The land may then be used as a country park or a golf course. Did you know the waste that is put into landfill sites in 1 minute would fill 15 buses? Before waste is put into an incinerator and burned, large cloths turn it over to dry it. Some of our waste is burned in large furnaces, which are hot ovens called incinerators. The 3 R's. We can help to produce less waste by putting the 3 R's into action. The 3 letters stand for reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reducing means cutting down on waste by using less in the first place. For example, we could use less packaging. Some foods are wrapped in plastic, but instead we could buy them without the packaging. For example, these apples that you see, the apples are on a tray and wrapped in plastic. They could have been bought loose to reduce the waste. You can do it. Start a swap shop with your friends. Bring toys or books that you no longer use or need. Friends might like to swap them for something you want. We can use things again instead of throwing them away. You could use a shoebox to store special toys or drawings. Instead of being thrown away or recycled, a jam jar, like you see here, can be reused as a pencil or pen holder. Don't throw it away. When we throw things away, we waste the materials they are made from. It is better to recycle. Recycling makes a new product out of something that has been used before. Empty plastic bottles and other containers can be recycled to make new ones. When you go shopping, you can buy goods that have been recycled. Look out for the symbols or words that tell you notepads, tissues, or toilet paper are made of recycled paper. You can do it. You could sort garbage at home into groups such as paper and cardboard, glass, metal, and plastic. Find out where you can take the garbage or when it is collected. New paper for old. Trees are turned into pulp, which is then used to make paper. It takes a lot of energy to turn wood into paper. We can save trees and energy by using pulp from recycled paper. Trees are mashed into pulp, which will be used to make large sheets of paper. These sheets will then be cut into smaller sizes. Did you know making 1 ton of recycled paper saves 17 trees? This makes 700 phone books and saves enough energy to heat your home for a year. When paper from books and newspapers is recycled, the ink must be removed. Soap is added to the pulp to wash the ink away. Some recycled paper is not as bright white as non-recycled paper. Normally, recycled paper is not bleached, so it may not be as white as bleached paper. This saves more energy and chemicals. Saving glass. Glass bottles and jars can be recycled many times. At the recycling plant, they are crushed. Then the glass is heated so that it melts and can be shaped into new bottles. You can do it. Keep a chart of the glass bottles you recycle. Recycling one glass bottle saves enough energy to power 10 energy-saving light bulbs for an hour. There are 3 bottle banks for different colored glass. The colors green, brown, and clear are separated because if they were mixed, the recycled bottles would be a dull, muddy color. Bottle banks can be found in many places, including supermarkets, country parks, and on main streets. Different metals. Cans can be recycled too. Most drink cans are made of aluminum and food cans are steel. The cans are separated when they are recycled so the different metals do not mix together. There is a simple way to tell steel from aluminum. Hold the magnet against the can. If the magnet sticks to the can, it's probably made of steel. Aluminum is not magnetic. And remember, cans should be washed out before they are recycled. Food cans should also have their labels removed. Old metal cans are made into new ones in the same way as glass. The cans are crushed, melted, and reshaped. These drink cans have been crushed together, ready to be melted down to make new cans. You can do it. Have an empty drinks can drive at school. See how much you can collect. Recycling one can saves enough energy to run a television for 3 hours. Plastic problems. Plastic is a strong, light material made from oil. The world is running out of oil, so we need to recycle as much plastic as possible or reuse other materials. Most bottled water comes in plastic bottles. Did you know it takes 3 times more energy to make a new plastic bottle than a recycled one? Recycling one bottle saves enough energy to power a light bulb for 6 hours. We can all help the environment by using fewer plastic bags. Materials that last a long time, such as fabric, are much better. Keep any plastic bags you are given so that you can reuse them. Fabric bags or reusable bags made from reusable materials are better for the environment. Many supermarkets now provide them. Green waste. Green waste comes from plants. It includes grass and leaves from the garden. Some green waste is made up of food leftovers, such as fruit and vegetable scraps. In the fall, leaves fall off the trees. They can be raked up and put in a special green waste or compost can. Did you know every year each person throws away 1,000 pounds of green waste, the same as 850 banana skins? In landfill sites, green waste produces methane gas, which is very smelly. Green waste can be recycled at home by making a compost heap or putting it into a compost bin. Compost looks like crumbly soil. It's made of green waste. Over several months, the plants rot, making a crumbly material called compost. Gardeners use compost to grow new plants in because it's full of goodness. Garden waste can be collected in compost can. It takes at least 6 months for the compost to be made. Let's go over some key words that we read about in the glossary. Aluminum, a non-magnetic silvery metal. Bleached, whitened by using chemicals. Chemical, a substance made by mixing other substances together. Environment, the world around us. Incinerator, a large furnace, very hot often, for burning waste. Landfill site, a big hole in the ground where waste is buried. Material, a substance used to make things. Packaging, the container that something is put in. Pulp, a soft, wet mass. Recycle, to make something new out of a thing that has been used before. Reduce, to make the amount of something smaller. Reuse, to use something again. Steel, a strong metal made of iron and carbon.